Happening now, a Jamestown man is charged with grand larceny. A retired county employee is double dipping on your dime.
And I'm Dakota Hunter in the First Defense Weather Center. It's going to be cold throughout the week, but hey, at least this week will be dry. We'll talk about our next snow chances coming up.
Coming up in sports, the Jamestown Jackals drop 119 points on the Du Bois Dream. It's down to 2 more games for the Jackals this season.
And today is National Laughing Day. That's news now for Monday, March 19th, 2018.
Live and on demand from the Chautauqua Audio Works Studios in downtown Jamestown. This is your source for breaking news. WNY News Now.
And good afternoon, I'm Ryan Hedrick in for Justin Gould all week, who's on a well-deserved vacation, and happy Monday to each and every one of you. We start off with breaking news, and the Chautauqua County DA's office has re-indicted Thomas Jedlowski. Jedlowski is the man accused of shooting Rosemary Bilquist to death after dark, as he claims that he mistaked her for a deer. Now, news came out last week, if you're a little bit confused about this story, news came out last week that Jedlowski was re-indicted, and that news was not actually for press, but Patrick Swanson's office has re-indicted Thomas Jedlowski. We'll have more on our website, WNYNewsNow.com, later. In news, a Jamestown man is charged in connection with a grand larceny. Ellicott police tell us this case developed over the course of 7 days. On March 1st, 36-year-old Jesse Hepler allegedly stole a vehicle from his employer after taking the keys earlier in the day. Then 6 days later, that vehicle was involved in a high-speed chase with JPD. The person in that case was arrested and charged accordingly. Hepler, who was not in the car at the time, was arrested after the vehicle was returned to its rightful owner, and Ellicott police determined that he was the one who facilitated removing the car from the lot in the first place. The relationship between the person arrested by Jamestown police and Hepler is unclear at this time. Hepler was arraigned and remanded to Chautauqua County Jail. A senior investigator with the Chautauqua County DA's office has sought and received permission to collect his public pension while being paid by local government on 4 different occasions, according to watchdog website See Through New York. Now, the employee identified by See Through New York is Daniel E. Johnson. The practice of double dipping is not illegal, but critics say it may be immoral. Critics say it doesn't make sense to collect a pension and then go back to work. Johnson first filed for permission and received permission in 2010. He's been granted 4 separate tenures with the DA's office, totaling more than $205,000. The report came out in 2015 that double dipping is on the rise in New York State. More at WNYNewsNow.com on this story. Well, a 76-year-old man who participated in a 3-mile race this weekend. Yeah, let me say that again, 76 years old. He says he's competing, or has competed, more than 100 races over the last 8 years. We caught up with Ed Russell, who told us that he's participated in races all over the state, and he wants to get the Buffalo Award, which is given to people that run a certain amount of races. Now, he participated in the annual Dash Day, which took place in downtown Jamestown. The winner of that race was 16-year-old Dango Bryant. He's a student at Southwestern High School, and let me tell you, he kicked everybody's butt. Let's swing by the First Defense Weather Center and check in with our own Dakota Hunter, who looks very dapper today. Dakota?
Thank you very much, Ryan. And you look very good, too.
Thank you.
That's a nice look for you. I love that. Well, good. Well, good Monday, everybody, if there is such thing as a good Monday. But hey, at least it is going to be dry today. But boy, it is going to remain chilly. Let's go in there and take a look at it. Let's take a look at Lynx 1, and we will take a look at the Viper radar to start off with, because of course Viper is a higher resolution radar, so we can often see the lighter precip that's falling, and nothing is falling out there. It is a dry scan on Viper today, and it's going to remain the story throughout the day today and probably throughout much of the week. Now let's go into the Sky Vision camera network. That is beautiful Chautauqua Lake. Look at the blue skies, the blue water. Man, that is looking good. It is 33 with a dew point of 17 with a north-northeast wind of 9 miles per hour. That creates a wind chill index of about 24, but actually about 26. But not all too bad today, but it's still going to be chilly from where we should be. So your forecast for today, partly to mostly sunny, gorgeous. Nice sunshine out there, but it will still be cold. Temperatures will range between 31 in the valleys to 37 at the Lake Erie shoreline with a northeast wind of 3 to 6 miles per hour. So enjoy the sunshine, but at least the sunshine will make it feel a little bit warmer out there than it is. We'll break down that full Quick Solution 7-day in just a couple of minutes. Back to you, Ryan.
All right, Dakota, thank you very much. Now, Eric Schneiderman's office is warning residents to look out for scams, and in particular, there are scams that come in from the mail. Now, there are many different types of scams that develop out there, but Eric Schneiderman's office wants you to look out for email scams. You can log on to his website. Eric Schneiderman's office is available on the New York State website. He says these scams hurt people and they take advantage of people, in particular senior citizens who may have vulnerability problems or problems understanding what the attacker is talking about. He's urging New Yorkers to remain vigilant and report any suspected scams intended to steal financial and personal information from consumers to his office. Now, Schneiderman's office says they receive complaints every year of scammers and impersonating people from the IRS to the U.S. Treasury and other government entities. Scammers will often threaten consumers with lawsuits, arrests, or even deportation if they do not turn over money or provide sensitive personal information. We have more online at WNYNewsNow.com. Now we are going to break on this Monday afternoon. WNY News Now. Ryan Hedrick in for Justin Gould, taking a well-deserved break. I'm not going to tell you where he's going. You'll be jealous. We'll be back with more News Now in a moment.
WNY News Now is sponsored by Chautauqua Audio Works, 3335 South Roberts Road in Fredonia. More than a music store. Call 679-4333. Call now, 679-4333.
The Main Landing Restaurant. Excellent service, awesome food, and a beautiful view.
Everything's made fresh here. We love to be outside, and it's nice inside if it's raining, so we have a choice.
Locals and non-locals agree that the Main Landing is quickly becoming a destination.
It's just so casual, and just the food is amazing.
I love the hamburgers.
But I really like the tuna I had.
The Main Landing Restaurant. Excellent service, awesome food, and a beautiful view.
It's tax time, so get to Express Bike and Auto in Jamestown for all of your vehicle needs. Service, inspection, vehicle sales, they do it all. For all of your automotive, motorcycle, and ATV service needs, Express Bike and Auto even offers financing. Your true one-stop vehicle shop is Express Bike and Auto in Jamestown. They're located at 1761 Foot Avenue Extension next to Quick Fill. Express Bike and Auto in Jamestown. Stop looking, start saving today.
You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first.
And welcome back to News Now from our beautiful studios in downtown Jamestown, joined by esteemed council member and a breath of fresh air, Andy Liuzzo. Welcome. Good afternoon, sir.
Thank you, Ryan. Nice introduction.
Now, you have a fresh perspective, City Council, as a relative newcomer. You've been in some closed-door meetings. Some of the stuff you can't talk about because executive session, sensitive information. But your first impressions of the City Council, 2 months in, what are your thoughts?
Well, I would like to see more participation by the residents. I know that we are your elected officials, that we represent you. I feel that the residents need to come to make sure that we are representing you. So it's important for them to attend work session meetings and voting sessions. And with open meeting rules and regulations, anytime there's a majority of city officials gathered in a room, you're entitled to be in that room. The pre-meetings before the city council meeting, those are open to the public under the open meeting rule.
Now, I have to share my brief history. For those of you that know me or don't know me, I had a radio show in Jamestown for a couple of years on 95.3 The Lake. It was a conservative-based talk station, but my show in particular was a hyper-local show, and I dealt with local issues. I had Sam Teresi on my show for about 2 years, and he ducked in and out. He broke some appointments. I like Sam, as I told you off the air in the newsroom. I like Sam personally. I think he's a good father. I think he's a good man. My problem comes in with Sam Teresi's tenure, the longest tenured mayor in Western New York, right now about 20 years. I think people are sick of the administration. However, I believe that they feel disenchanted and maybe demoralized by the whole process because he's been reelected. And some, most recently, he was reelected without anybody even contending, running against him. How do you capture the imagination and the attention of the prospective voter that says, you know what, screw it. It doesn't matter. My vote doesn't matter. It's never mattered, and it will never matter. What would you say to change that, and what kind of task, kind of challenge are we up against in that?
The voters do matter, and what they say does make a difference. In this election, I'm a newcomer to politics. There was 6 people running for 3 seats. 1 seat was open. 2 were incumbent, and 4 were newcomers. I would not be sitting on city council if people had not gone out and voted for me. So your vote does count.
You know, I will say, and this is not scripted, I'm just going to go off the cuff here. I've been to a couple of meetings, both city council and regular meetings. Mr. Liuzzo does not bite his tongue. You do ask questions, and it's a learning process for you. I can tell a lot of the questions you ask aren't to ridicule or egg on the intended participant or the recipient of your question, but it's to learn. So it's a learning. How much more learning do you have to do before you quote unquote get what's going on fully and wholly in the city council process?
I think it takes more than 8 weeks, but
Right.
what I have learned, and I'll share, Mayor Teresi runs this city. Don't make any mistake about that. This is his city. Mayor Teresi may not do things that a lot of people might think are right, but I can assure you what he does is legal. He doesn't do anything without making sure that he has the legal right to do what he's doing. I would like to see the council be more active as an advisor to the mayor, which I don't see that. Not under this administration. People that have made a career out of city politics, I'm not for that. I think there should be limits to how long you serve. I believe that what I'm doing is a civic and a privilege to serve the city council. Of course, I'm too old to make it a city career, but that's not the reason why. I think you need freshness every so often, and I'd like to see that even on a federal level, with Congress. We could start here.
Yeah, we can all hope, and I think, with all due respect to the federal level, what President Trump is doing right now, and misinformed people will say, it's all Trump's fault. There's no gun legislation. There's nothing to hold people accountable. There's no laws that you can make on any books that will keep a psychopath from gunning down 17 people in a classroom. There's no gun control policy available for that. You have to police your own community. So with that said, what I'm trying to convey here is that we have to keep our side of the street clean and not worry so much about what the top dogs are doing. When it comes to Sam Teresi, I see a man, and please correct me if I'm wrong, I see a man that's given up and is out of touch with his constituents. Am I false? Am I incorrect in that analysis?
That's a tough one to answer. I think that in a lot of respects, the mayor has lost the confidence of the city of Jamestown. I don't know how. I can't put my finger on when it happened, but I do get a sense that his confidence level from the people isn't where it was when he started. When you do something all the time, day in and day out, it's almost rote.
Right.
You don't even really have to think about it anymore.
Right. Do they think about party lines in those meetings? I had a member of the city council wanted to remain anonymous. I don't know why, but they told me that there are no party affiliations. Once you get behind closed doors, do you sense hostility from one side or another? Because it's right now it's almost balanced out.
I can unequivocally state that there's no party lines in city council. I wouldn't really classify it as hostility. It's just different. There's 2 new council members, myself and Ms. Weiner. And I think we both bring a different perspective to the sitting city council. She does it in her way, and I do it in my way.
All right. We have 30 seconds for this question. Where do you see yourself politically in the next year?
I'm hoping that what I do, I receive the continued support from the people of Jamestown, that they see that I'm trying to be their voice, and that they participate more in city council meetings. And if I have the people's support, I'll continue on track in politics. If I'm one and done, then I'm one and done.
That's a fair answer. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
Unscripted questions. I think it's important to note that people that come in with under the pretense of having their questions emailed to them are not people I want to be associated with. I just don't feel it's I don't feel it's productive for the community, and we're not here to lie to the community. Thank you so much for the candid, the honesty, and we'll look forward to seeing you at City Council
Thank you
tonight.
very much.
All right, Mr. Lietzo. And we will turn our attention to the Weather Center, where Dakota Hunter is standing by to give us hopefully a glimpse. I want some good news, Mr. Hunter, because I hold you fully accountable for this elongated winter we're undergoing here.
Now, your first defense forecast with Dakota Hunter.
Yeah, this winter has definitely been quite the difference out there. Yeah, there we go. This winter has definitely been quite chilly, I will say. But hey, at least we don't, well, winter is almost over. One more day until spring. It officially comes tomorrow at 12:15, right in the middle of our show tomorrow. So I don't know if we're going to celebrate. We might. I don't know. But tomorrow starts spring officially. But as I've been talking about since I've been putting this up, do not ever go by what the calendar says, because this obviously means nothing around our neck of the woods. We all know that here. Now let's go into some viewer photos that we had come in over the weekend. I hope you all went down to Brooklyn Square to see the annual turning of the Chautauqua River Green. This was from Kyle. Look at the nice green water there, and boy, that's looking good. And there's another picture of the close-up water, man. That is looking good with all the green water there. Now this is from Joe. He's got a drone, and take a look at this. He took this, and that is right at the beginning of when they started turning the river green. You can see all the greenness up here, but then it's all clear water down here. So man, those are gorgeous shots. And of course, we're always interested in your photos on Facebook, or you can tweet them to me on Twitter. My handle is @HuntersWX, as it's always been. Now, let's take a live look outside from our News Now cam that's perched right outside of our office here in downtown Jamestown. You can see the flag is a little bit of flying there, but the wind isn't too bad out there. And currently out at the Jamestown Airport, north of the city, it's 28 degrees. We've got a wind chill index of 18 when you combine it with that northwest wind of 12. So all in all, chilly. We should be in the mid to lower 40s this time of the year, but yeah, we won't see that for a little while. Doppler vision out there, nice and dry scans. How about that? Nothing is returning, so man, that's going to be nice, and dry radar scans will be the story throughout the next couple of days. But we are in March, and March is the core of the tornado season, and the Storm Prediction Center, which is part of the National Weather Service, has outlined severe risks down in the deep south. This orange color here is an enhanced risk, and actually at about at the top of the hour, at about 1 o'clock, they're going to up this enhanced risk to a moderate risk, and you can see the color table up here. The moderate, technically on a scale of 1 to 5, is a 4, and so again, this is pretty much for the deep south. So if you have friends down here, just be aware that they're going to be going through another severe weather event down here. There's a 10% chance here of strong to violent tornadoes in this yellow zone here. This is going to be up to a 15% risk, pretty much at the top of the hour by the SPC. And then there's another severe weather risk for tomorrow. Our friend Justin is down in Florida, and so we have so once again, we basically have the risk outlined here for Florida, including that enhanced risk. And again, a few tornadoes are likely there as well. Now, let's take you through Future Scan over the next 24 hours to show you what's going on. Nothing. Just basically clear. Now tonight, a few high clouds might come our way tonight, but otherwise I think it's going to be a nice clear night. But obviously clear skies will allow temperatures to drop back quite a bit by morning. So another night down into the teens once again. And then for tomorrow, basically almost a repeat of today. There's going to be a few more clouds, but otherwise I think it's going to be nice, and we'll see some sun. That'll always help make it feel a little bit warmer. 36 degrees at 2 o'clock today. The sun will shine, and man, it's going to feel nice. But Unfortunately, the temperatures just aren't going to be too much warmer, unfortunately. 4 o'clock degrees at 4 o'clock, still around 36 degrees, but it'll still be another cold afternoon. We should be in the mid to lower 40s this time of the year. And as we go to about 8 o'clock, 27 degrees, we'll see some clearing skies. And of course, clear skies will allow temperatures to drop back quite a bit by morning. Zone by zone, town by town for tomorrow, and temperatures really held down here. Tomorrow starts spring. No, it's not going to feel like it. No, Mother Nature has other plans here. So again, you can see lower 30s across, pretty much across much of Chautauqua County. And then once you go eastward into Cattaraugus County, same story, lower 30s. But hey, at least we'll see some sunshine. But man, it is going to be another cold day. So jackets needed. Unfortunately, spring rings in tomorrow, but yeah, we're going to have to wait a little bit. And you can see when we're going to have to wait for it in the next 7 days of your life that are coming up on the screen, brought to you by Quick Solution. And again, there's another picture from Joe's drone from the turning of the River Green. Just fantastic pictures we got. And again, you can see we'll be stuck in the 30s throughout much of the week, but hey, at least we'll see some sunshine. And then expanding out that forecast, more sunshine until we get to the weekend when we start to add in a few snow showers. But boy, we're not going to be anywhere near where we should be. We should be around 44 degrees this time of the year, and nothing like that in the cards for the foreseeable future. We will take a quick break and we will be right back.
First Defense Weather is sponsored by Quick Solutions of Jamestown. Count on Quick Solutions for printing, copying, mass mailings, and so much more. Part of your team. Learn more at QuickSolutionsUSA.com. That's QuickSolutionsUSA.com. With coverage that matters, this is WNY News Now.
I just love to be with the dogs, and I like to do them one at a time. They don't wait for 5 hours in my shop. We have full groom, which includes everything from A to Z, nails, of course brushing, any trimming that needs to be done. I do offer teeth brushing, which is a little extra. So if he takes me 2 hours, it's $40. If he takes me 3 hours, I still keep it down. As long as the dog comes back happy and not at the door, I'm happy.
WNY Sports Now is powered by Phone Zone of Jamestown. With the largest inventory around, we buy and sell our own merchandise at a price that can't be beat. Have a broken screen? We'll fix it. Learn more at PhoneZoneShop.com. WNY Sports Now. It all unfolds here.
Rebounded by Chernak and finds Wolford. Wolford taking his time, now drives into the paint, puts it off, got it! Wing of Arcayo, 3-ball on the wing, got it! 108 to 92. Chernak inbounds to Wolford. Finds Harris, back to Wolford. Over to Chernak, to Harris. 3-man weaving it. Reverse layup, got it. He's got a couple options, takes matters into his own hands, and converts. 112 to 92, a $140 left in the game. 2 seconds left in the shot clock. Finds Chernak. 5 seconds left, 20-footer, got it. Ball, driving to the paint, finds Chernak with a slam. That is it. Jackal.
The top feels so much better than the bottom. So much better.
It's tax time, so get to Express Bike and Auto in Jamestown for all of your vehicle needs. Service, inspection, vehicle sales, they do it all. For all of your automotive, motorcycle, and ATV service needs, Express Bike and Auto even offers financing. Your true one-stop vehicle shop is Express Bike and Auto in Jamestown. They're located at 1761 Foot Avenue Extension next to Quick Fill. Express Bike and Auto in Jamestown. Stop looking, start saving today.
You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first.
And welcome back. Now, can a handshake tell you about the condition of a person's heart? A new study from the UK is making that claim, our AD Simcoe tells us.
A new study published by the Public Library of Science suggests a strong handshake could be an indication of a healthy heart. The research compared hand grip strength with cardiac structure and function in almost 5,000 adults in the United Kingdom. The participants were men and women aged 40 to 69. One of the lead authors says the result of the study indicates that better muscular strength, as measured by hand grip strength, may be associated with fewer changes or reshaping of the heart, which is associated with cardiovascular disease. They're hoping this discovery could one day help identify people who are at a higher risk of heart disease. Hand grip strength has been used as a quick, non-invasive way to gauge cardiovascular function. However, this study is among the first to link hand grip strength with actual structural changes in the heart muscle. For today's Health Minute, I'm AD Simcoe.
Little to laugh about here in Jamestown. There's hope that laughter will again be front and center in Jamestown, New York. The nation is now taking notice that the National Comedy Center is scheduled to open in 2018, and the annual Lucille Ball Comedy Fest will be August 1st through the 5th of this year. The Comedy Center is supposed to be the saving grace of our city, but will it be? Well, that remains to be seen. The debate continues, and I guess for us, it will be a wait-and-see game. Several areas around us find Jamestown to be laughable, but I'm betting that we will eventually have the last laugh. No Comedy Center, no festival, no political campaign or leader will save Jamestown. Here at WNY News Now, we are betting on the people to revitalize Jamestown. Amen! And that is no laughing matter. That is awesome. I like that. And that is something that I've said and I alluded to with Mr. Lietzo, who we really appreciate his time. It takes a lot to come in here. A lot of people are scared to come in here, I'll be honest with this audience. They're scared. We have sent many invites out and they were unreturned. I'm not going to embarrass the people that we sent the invites to. I digress. So what I'm banking on is the community to keep their side of the street clean. I think that's what we are trying to convey, is that when you look at any building, any museum, any work of art dedicated to revitalizing a community, the onus is placed on the community to be better citizens, to shop local, to raise their kids better. And I think when we get to the core of what community really means, and I think in some parts we may be close, then that's when the community will thrive. But you know, you've grown up in Western New York. There are many communities across our state that are tight-knit. And again, what President Trump is doing has nothing to do with what's happening here in Jamestown. The responsibility is on each and every one of us, you know, to be better people. So your thoughts about that, because I know you love your family and you love your community.
Well, you know, I was born here, I was raised here, and, you know, personally for me, you know, it is upsetting to see kind of the state of where our city is in. And it is upsetting to see that because, like, you know, I was born here and, like, you know, a lot of my life resides here. And, you know, I would love for one day to see this city thrive again, you know, back to the way it was. Because this, I mean, you know, we may all have opinions on, you know, the city or the area, but, you know, this is probably one of the best places to be right here. And, you know, it may not seem like it, but I think, you know, with a little hard work and determination, I think we can make this city great.
Yeah, there are business owners here that really care about their community. There are people that open their doors every day in hopes that they will get the support back. And again, it's a personal decision. I'm going to hold you accountable, Mr. Hunter, for this crappy weather in March. I mean, we're like to the Sweet 16, the March Madness. I know you detest college basketball, but that's my benchmark for spring. What the hell's going on, man?
Speaking of opening the door, the freezer door has opened once again. Let's take a look at Links 1, and we'll go over that quick solution 7-day one more time. So again, spring officially starts tomorrow afternoon at 12:15, but yeah, those temperatures do not signify anything related to spring. But hey, at least it's going to be dry throughout much of the week. How about Friday? Full sunshine. That's going to feel good.
Full 37 degrees.
Yes,
Yay.
give it a big round of applause. That's the warmest temperature up there, 37 degrees. But we bring in a few snow showers for the weekend. Temperatures still into the lower 30s. And will we see spring? You have to stay tuned right here, and I'll keep you updated.
That's called a tease.
Yes, it is.
Okay, we have news on WNYNewsNow.com. We're on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, you name it. We're on it for Dakota Hunter, Justin Gould, Matt Hummel, and 80 Simcoe. I'm Ryan Hedrick. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
News Now.